on the track when it's going. You can't turn it back. It's a whirlwind twisting around, and you can't slow it down. Don't speak, I know what's on your mind. Just kiss me, leave it all behind. There's no use waiting or hesitating. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. You got my heart, you might as well take it. You're like a hurricane, I get caught in. I'm on the edge, already falling. What can I say, what can I do? I know you're feeling it too. You drive me crazy. So come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Let go, leave it all behind, baby. Let's get pulled into the tide, 'cause we can't deny it. It's something so strong, we're never gonna fight it. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. You got my heart, you might as well take it. You're like a hurricane, I get caught in. I'm on the edge, already falling. What can I say, what can I do? I know you're feeling it too. You drive me crazy. So come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Take a risk, take a chance. Don't let it slip through your hands before you know it, the moment's gone. So come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. You got my heart, you might as well take it. You're like a hurricane, I get caught in. I'm on the edge, already falling. What can I say, what can I do? I know you're feeling it too. You drive me crazy. So come on, come on, come on, come on. What can I say, what can I do? I know you're feeling it too. You drive me crazy. So come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Yep. Victoria Banks, everybody, live at the Coffee Lodge on Exmouth Street. Outstanding as usual.
Thank you.
Where do you get the ideas for your song? Where does that come from?
Well, I just kind of walk around with my antenna tuned all the time, trying to think
Yeah.
of the next song idea. And it's just sort of a state of being that you are constantly aware of what people around you are saying, or if you're watching TV or, sitting in a coffee shop like this one, you're never not working because you're always
Right.
listening for that next idea. And also, just life in general. Sometimes it makes you want to talk about what you're going through. So that songwriting's a great outlet for that.
You're just always writing. You're always, I think you love every second of what you're doing.
Oh, absolutely.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. You have the passion for it.
It's amazing because, I spent a lot of years writing songs for other people, and it was always sitting in a room, writing songs and then giving the songs away to somebody else. And now having the experience of getting a chance to go out and actually play my own songs for people, I always missed that step before. And it's so amazing to see people hearing the songs and reacting to them. So I love that.
And you're on Facebook all the time. You're on Twitter. You're always connecting with everybody.
Yeah. I started out doing that years ago when I moved to Nashville to pursue songwriting. I moved miles and miles away from anyone that I knew, and so that was my way of bringing people along. Was when those social networks became available. It started to be a way of bringing my friends and family and fans along, and it's just grown and grown.
To CCMAs, we got to see the pictures. It's very cool to enjoy the ride with you.
Oh,
it's very fun.
Thank you. Well, I love sharing it.
And this isn't zoology at all. So what do you
That's right. I'm qualified for it.
How do you make that jump?
Yeah, I got my degree at University of Toronto for zoology before I moved to Nashville, so I would be completely qualified to deal with all the animals in the music business, I guess.
I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah, it was one of
Training is
those
coming
things,
well.
I just spent all my time writing song lyrics across all my notes, so I ended up, I had one of those moments when I graduated, maybe I should try doing what I really, really, really want to do and see what happens. And the rest is history. Here I am. So.
But So you're from Muskoka
Yes.
originally.
Yeah.
Do you get back very often? Do you get back to your hometown?
I do. Yeah, my dad still lives up there, so I try to get back there as often as I can, and I'll plan concerts there sometimes and try and do them in the summer when I don't get stuck shoveling the roof off or something.
Yeah.
That's what happens when I go home in the winter. Hey, can you help me shovel off this roof? So
Maybe later.
yeah.
But Nashville is a second home.
Yeah.
You're very attached to the folks in Nashville. And
Yeah. Nashville's it's home to me now. It's never going to be home the way that Canada feels like home. It's
Right.
it's very different living in the States, but it's a necessity to be a songwriter, the kind of songwriter that I am, to write for other people, which I still do. It's necessary to be there. And I love the city of Nashville. It's an amazing place. And so creative, and there's so much songwriting going on any hour of any day, and you can go out and hear so much new material everywhere you go.
Yeah.
It's very inspiring.
But you were part of it when the flooding happened, and you did City of Dreams, and that's still continuing to have an effect, that song that you wrote.
Yeah, that's right. That was almost exactly a year ago when Nashville was hit by the big flood, and a lot of people were killed, and so many people lost their homes and were not insured for flood damage. And so, it was a really cool thing to be able to put my music to work to try and raise some money for the Red Cross and the flood relief effort, and it really worked. I mean, so many artists came together, a lot of whom were Canadians. We had Derek Rattan, George Canyon, the Wilsons, Lisa Brokop, Jason Blaine. I mean, it was incredible, and they all came to help lend their voices to that, and all of the proceeds went to flood relief. And actually, a couple of days ago down in Nashville, the video was aired. It was selected for the Nashville Film Festival, and they screened it.
Proud moment for you.
Yeah, it was amazing. Got to see it on the big screen. Yeah.
You're helping people, Victoria Banks. You're helping people.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, I think, when, music's a powerful thing, and it's great when you can use it for something like that.
It's quite the ride. You can take us along with wherever you go. Yeah. New CD, Never Be the Same. What's your favorite track? What's the next one that you want to...
Oh, wow. Well, the title track, I'd love to play you the title track of the record. And I think this song just sums up everything that I'm talking about on the record. It's about life and how the good and the bad all adds up together and becomes a part of who you are as a person and makes you stronger. And I wrote it with a good friend, Mary Sue England. Sometimes when you're writing with a really close friend, you get to dig a little bit deeper lyrically and get through all the small talk to get to what really matters. And I think that's what happened with this song. So
okay,
play
Victoria Banks live at the Coffee Lodge with Country 103.9 CHOK.
I've stood with both feet in the ocean, underneath a starry sky. I've sat up on my daddy's shoulders, watched the parade go by. I've heard the sweet sound of a lover softly whispering my name. I've felt the heat, I've felt the hunger, and I will never be the same. I've tasted kisses and I've tasted tears, watched love grow and watched it disappear. I have searched for truth and chosen lies. I've been selfish and I've sacrificed. I've let go too soon, held on too hard, broken promises and broken hearts. I have lived and learned and healed and hurt and laughed and cursed and prayed, and I will never be the same. No. I've given up the things I needed and what I thought made me whole, and I've found beauty in my weakness. I'm not afraid to let it show. And I have screamed out loud to Jesus when I thought he couldn't hear my pain. But Then I heard the answer, and I will never be the same. I've tasted kisses and I've tasted tears, watched love grow and watched it disappear. I have trusted and I've been betrayed, fought my way back out of my mistakes. I have lost my faith, been found by grace. I've made tears run down my mother's face. I have lived and learned and healed and hurt and laughed and cursed and prayed, and I'll never be the same. I will never be the same. I have laid fresh flowers on a grave, seen the future in a baby's face. I have lived and learned and healed and hurt and laughed and cursed and prayed, and I will never be the same. I will never be the same. Oh, I will never be the same.
Wow. Found my new theme song. Tears in the Eyes, Victoria Banks.
Thank
That
you.
is amazing. Live at the Coffee Lodge on Expo Street is where we are. You just have such powerful lyrics.
Well, you know, I think the songwriting is just such a therapeutic outlet, and it's about speaking the truth about what you're experiencing in life and what people close to you are experiencing in life. And that's what it's all about for me. I don't know. I think if I wasn't writing songs, you know, to go out on the radio or to stand in a spotlight and sing them on stage, I would be writing them to play them on a street corner somewhere, you know. I can't not do it. So
Yeah.
it's just, it feels right.
Okay, but you got to do something to shut your brain off.
Yeah.
You got to do something to just stop the
Well,
madness
it's true,
in
and
your
that's
head.
the hard part. That's the hard part. How do you shut it off? And I find going back to Muskoka to visit my dad is one of the only places where I can really do that. You know,
Right.
just kind of make the voices go away in my head.
Got to have some sort of therapy. Shopping.
Yeah.
What do you do? What's your crutch? What's your guilty pleasure, Victoria Banks?
Yeah, reality television, I would say. There's not a whole lot of song ideas in reality television.
No,
so-
it numbs your brain pretty
yeah.
quick.
House and Garden, yeah.
What do you do when you're not writing? When you're just trying to relax and be a normal person?
Well, you know, I don't know. Well, I cook. I guess cooking is
Okay.
part of it for me, and that's a new thing for me because I never used to cook very much, and I didn't really grow up doing that. And then as I got out on the road and started touring, and I started to have some health problems, and I was like, man, I got to start taking care of myself better. And part of that is cooking, you know.
Right.
Real food
for
myself,
real ingredients.
which is not always easy when you're on the road, but
what
the
do you
rest
like-
of the time I do.
What do you like to make? What do you like to experiment with?
Oh, I make all sorts. You know, I like to cook out of cookbooks. So I find cookbooks with pictures in them. They always have to have a full color photo of what I'm going to make, so I know if I'm going to want it or not.
Yeah.
And then I'll cook something, and I try all different things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I do it at home too. It drives my
Yeah.
husband nuts. I'm
Oh.
always Googling, looking for new recipes.
Yeah, well, and my boyfriend Dave, I cook a lot for him, and he's, you know, Italian, and cooking just comes naturally to him. He doesn't use any recipes, and he just makes something fantastic
Show
every
off.
time. And
Nobody
and
likes to
he
show
laughs
off.
at me for using recipes, and I'm like, you gotta use recipes, you gotta measure,
Do you
because if
wanna
I
eat?
don't measure, nobody's gonna want to eat it.
Get out of my kitchen.
It will not
Dave.
be edible. Yeah.
Okay, more with Victoria Banks live at the Coffee Lodge. I've got CDs to give away. We'll do that coming up.